off to see Emma Louise Hamilton, and I'm excited about this. Why? Because my God, she is really good at just talking about her Amazon journey, great at sharing. And you know what? So many people like follow her and listen to her, and she shares some really good advice. You know, like doing the RA side, she's now moved into wholesale, which is great. And interesting enough, I've spoken to her on a number of occasions through like Skype calls when I was out in Vietnam. And you know, lovely girl, lots going on, and I just love seeing her journey. So today is very much about meeting her, seeing what she's done, where she's at, and maybe where she's going as well. So hashtag excited. Let's go. Today I am here with Emma Louise Hamilton from the Amazon Dream, and she is going to share with us her top 3 retail arbitrage deals, one of which she made, we think, £2,880 from. So stay tuned and we're going to scale your retail arbitrage Amazon Dream. Can you share a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Yeah, so basically I'm Emma Louise Hamilton, as you kindly let everyone know. I have a YouTube channel which you can check out, the Amazon Dream, and I also sell on Amazon too. I've been selling for the last sort of 2 years or so, and sort of documenting my journey over on my YouTube channel. So I buy and sell mainly retail and online arbitrage goods. Started doing like a bit of wholesale, which I'm really enjoying, and that's pretty much an introduction about me.
Fantastic. And if you don't know, where are we today?
Okay, so we're close to Birmingham. We're literally, I say about a 15-minute drive from like the main city centre.
Fantastic. And obviously today, literally, we are in, where is this? What is this room here?
So we're in the industrial unit. So we're in the office at the moment. Also showed you around the unit too. So we're just in my workspace basically.
Fantastic. And we've got Emma's plant that's in all her videos that I love. Honestly, obviously you can't see all this because on the other side there is so much stock, you know, lots going on, busy Amazon seller, but you know, really impressive, and honestly it's like top work. So today we are here to talk about obviously top online and retail arbitrage deals. So can I just ask Emma, from your side, kind of like reflecting back, thinking about those purchases that you've made, you know, what are the top 3 deals that you know you bought that you've gone like, wow, that just blew up, like, oh my God, I wish I bought 1 million of them.
So I'd say definitely the first item would be some clearance items that I've purchased. Obviously you buy everything that they have, but you wish you had more. So I'd say definitely Boots. I've got some really good beauty products from there. There was one certain brand, I think you pronounce it La Roche.
Okay, yeah. I know.
I'm not good with pronunciation, but La Roche. So they had some like the little serums in there. They were selling them for like 50p reduced. On Amazon they were selling for over £24.99, and I think in that particular store they had about 20 of them, so I just took them all. I wish they had more. As a reseller I obviously went to some other Boots nearby, but with that it was only in that store, so I took what they had and sold them on Amazon.
So that was what, 50p to £24.99?
Yeah.
Oh my God, 50p?
Yeah, 50p.
Why were they so cheap, do you think?
I actually looked at the date on them. They had like a good date, so they wasn't out of date. So it seems like they were just trying to get rid of them. And that particular Boots, it's in a location where it's not known to the masses, so it's not like in a big city centre or anything like that. It's sort of like round the back, like by some corner shops. Oh, and in that area, I'd say that brand's probably not known by many people there because it's quite a higher end brand. So I think people just genuinely wasn't interested, probably didn't know what it was, didn't know the value of it, but when I scanned it with the Amazon app, obviously I knew the value of it and bought them all.
My God, right, give me 2 seconds. I want to work out the profit on that, so calculate a time. So you are saying, if I don't know the profit exactly, but it's kind of like, yeah, how much do you think that would have cost you? It'd been like, what, £5 charge, shipping and referral fee?
Yeah, it was a very light item, like a serum.
Wow, okay, so if we're saying roughly £20 profit per item, and unfortunately I'm a really bad Amazon seller. I don't have the app on my phone, so I couldn't even do the calculation. So you're talking what, £20 profit, and there's 25 items?
Yeah.
my God, that's £500. £500 from one item. Wow, that's lovely.
And I say that was sort of at the beginning of the journey when I first started, and so that gave me the first taste. And that's sort of why I did retail arbitrage for so long, because you can find those deals where the listings aren't saturated because they're like generally one-off clearance items. So I definitely say if you're starting out, maybe you've got a lower budget, you're not sure what to buy, definitely start with like clearance items, take your phone, start scanning some stuff in the shops and just see what there is, because there are plenty of retail arbitrage deals out there, just got to look for them.
And obviously you do retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, don't you?
Yeah.
So quick question, if anyone is considering RAOA, that's the an acronym for online arbitrage and retail arbitrage, so the abbreviated version, what would you recommend? What's the most profitable in your opinion?
That is such a difficult question, and I'll tell you why. Before I mainly did retail arbitrage, but obviously we recently had lockdown. Just before that I purchased a van because I was going to be doing a lot of RA. Then suddenly the shops were closed. So I had like a new lease of life on Amazon. I started like sort of selling online arbitrage stuff, getting things delivered because the shops were closed. And so I've had like an epiphany in the last few months that both are profitable. It just ultimately depends on your end goal and how much time you want to spend. Obviously retail arbitrage does take a bit more time, it takes a bit more energy as well, but you can find things really cheap with less competition. With online arbitrage, depending where you're looking, the margins are smaller, but you can sell volumes. So if you're just starting out and you've got a small budget, mainly RA. If you've got a bigger budget, you're just starting out or you've been doing it a while, OA is really scalable, I would say.
Fantastic. And what I will just say is I know you've done lots and lots of videos on RA, like, I don't know, I've gone to Dunelm and done X amount of profit, and hey, they're really good, really good. So I'll drop a link up there if anyone wants to watch them, you can just jump into some of Emma's videos and see them if you're thinking about doing RA. So thank you very much for that. So that's obviously deal number one. Deal number two, tell us about that, profit, what happened?
So I say deal number two is being more of a recent one. When the shops reopened, deals were everywhere. So basically, recently went into Tesco. They was having some offers. So these aren't clearance where they're trying to get rid of them. They're just offers where things are reduced. So as usual, going around the store, looking out for that yellow tag in Tesco. You can't miss it. It tells you if an item's been reduced and how much is off. So I recently found a toy, £20 off. Was selling on Amazon. I was selling for between 55 and 65. Obviously the prices do fluctuate on Amazon, especially if you've got to reprice it, it will change. So it was a bit of a between like 55 and 60. And I managed to get quite a few of those. In this case, I was able to go to all the Tesco's and pick them up. Because like I say, it wasn't a clearance, it's more like a national deal that was probably everywhere, and if you purchase it you probably know the one I'm talking about. And I managed to sell about 30 of those because it was a toy specifically centered around if it's hot, and luckily over the last few weeks it's been really hot, so they just flew off the shelf.
My God, so that was, you bought 30 of them, and what was just remind me the buy price and the sell price?
So the buy price was £20,
okay. And
I was selling from between like 55 from the top of my head up until about 64ish.
Wow.
I think I sold the most expensive one for, and I was doing it like a variety of fulfillment methods. So some I sent into Amazon and some I fulfilled myself because I'm doing Seller Fulfill Tribe.
Cool.
So it's quite a big item, but I was able to ship it for only £4 something. So it was more profitable for me to send it out myself. I thought, let me send a few into Amazon too. So that was a great buy. So as I say, just look out for the yellow tag in Tesco and you can't go wrong.
Emma's like, damn Tom, why are you getting me to share all this information? You're like, if you're going to do this, by the way, don't come to Birmingham. She's not going to be very happy.
It'll all be gone.
Yeah, she would be there already. So just let's do the math on that one because I'm quite interested. So that's what roughly, let's say for example, £55 sale price. You said actually you were shipping out at what, £5?
So about £4.50ish, yeah.
And what do you reckon Amazon's taking £10 fee? For a bit less than that, that's £7 fee, isn't it?
Yeah.
So £4.50, so 55 minus £4.50 minus £7, say £7, that equals £43 minus the buy price of £20. So you're getting £23.20. £23.50, sorry, get my maths right, and then multiply by 30, I'm going to get my maths right, £556.
Yeah.
Top deal there, really, really good. And interesting enough, obviously you're sharing about, there's another top tip in there actually. When you find one deal, drive around, they're going to exist in other stores.
Definitely. I'd say if it's a discounted item, then you're going to be able to find it in all the other stores, the national stores. If it's a clearance item, it may just be specific to that branch,
Right.
but definitely if it's discounted, don't just stop at the first store, be sure to check other local ones. You can even map out your journey and go further afield if you want to, but definitely don't stop there, keep going, especially if it's selling fast and the volume is there, the sales velocity.
Wow. Top tip there. Oh my God. The problem about this is when you hear these kind of things, I'm like, I just want to get out in the car and start buying stuff, but unfortunately you can't do that in Vietnam. So if you want to know, I travel a lot, so obviously I am envious of your situation and the deals that you find. So a third one, a top third one for you?
So third ones, just to try and keep it a bit of a variety. We talked about clearance, we talked about discount. The third one, I would say replenishable items. So basically you can find a lot of stores where they're sort of discounted stores. I think maybe in your mind you're starting to think of some of those popular stores. I won't say to give them away, but we're not talking about like your local Tesco or your Asda or your Superdrug or your Boots. We're talking about stores that have products slightly reduced. So I find a lot of products in there that I'm able to like purchase for say £3 and like consistently sell for like £20, and that's not just a one-off, that's sort of like repeating itself again and again, so that can be over like a year or until like the masses jump onto it and like it might get saturated. But generally I've got quite a few of those that I've been doing for over a year. £2, £3 sell for £20.
My God, that is really impressive. So £3, £20, I'm just going to do a quick bit of maths in my head. Let's say, for example, take £5 off for Amazon fees, shipments, etc., etc. So that's £15 after all costs. £3 obviously buy price, that's what, £12 profit? And we're just going to guess here because I don't want Emma to give too many of the games away. Like, by the way, how many sales per month is it doing? What category is it in? And what's the ASIN? No, that's going to be too mean. So I'm just going to say 20 sales a month. That's £12 times 20. And you did mention you were doing it for a year. So 240 a month. And if you could do it for a year, £2,880 from one product.
Yeah.
Wow. That's one product. That's how much you earn in a month. And you think about it is to say that if you find 12 products, that's a year's income, isn't it?
Yeah. And if you think about it, if you can find a multitude of those, then it just builds up and builds up. So those sort of things are what I particularly look out for. The ones that isn't just a quick win, but goes on for long term as well, and good ROIs. Yeah.
My God. And hey, you know what? Interesting. That should be number one. That should be like the best one. And
well, I saved the best till last.
Fine. I get it. Quick question for you. Do you ever find lines which might not be selling so well now and from a discount store, but you can see that right today the market price might be really high, but when it was low, which is still very profitable for you in the past, that could be a really good line. Do you ever buy those kind of discount items?
So I think what I would say is that if something's profitable, then I'll buy it. And what I do is I set my reprice and my min and my max.
Yeah.
And I'm not overly concerned, especially if I can replenish it, how many it's selling and at what price. Like, I don't mind selling like 10 at the minimum and like 5 at the max. As long as I'm sending it in, I'm happy to sell it either higher or lower, whatever my reprice it takes it.
Yeah. And obviously, if you want to know, reprice is a bit of software which automatically changes the price for you. It just speeds up your Amazon process and, hey, makes your life easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I hope that makes sense. So what I'm sort of saying is that items that I can buy again, I'll just send in, and if you're sending at the lower price, that's fine. If it's at the higher, that's fine. Because as people leave the listing, the price changes. So to me, it doesn't really matter whether it's a higher amount or a lower amount. Just get them sold.
Really, really top tips there. So, quick question for you: Corona's finishing now. I hope it is, because obviously I'm here. It's calming down.
Yeah.
So obviously we're coming out. You originally did RA. You've transitioned into OA heavily because obviously Corona or COVID. what are your thoughts about going forward? What are you going to go? What's the plans?
So the plans for me going forward, definitely sticking with OA. Sticking with the RA in terms of buying things that you can't buy online, getting them in store, because it tends to be like a bit less competition. And personally for me, I'm doing more wholesale. Cool. So I'm really looking forward to Q4, which is coming up. I've already got some wholesalers that I'm subscribed to and have accounts with. Today actually I heard back from one that I've been trying to get access to for ages, like for about 4 months. And like you mentioned, due to the pandemic, they actually stopped approving new accounts, like a lot of wholesalers, so I'm really pleased about that. So for me going forward, the key thing for me is a mixture of everything, so OA, RA and some wholesale, and looking at increasing quantities with wholesale as it's easier to come in. I'm also looking at shipping out pallets, so I'm just like looking into the prices of that to make it a bit cheaper if I can. So going forward, that's where I'm going to be focusing. Like, I think a mixture of everything works well.
Oh my god, there you go. We heard it. So if you are thinking about starting, OA, RA, really good. We had quite a lot of deals there that we talked about. But, you know, I hear this from everyone, is like diversification, don't just go down one route. You know, I certainly in my own Amazon business, I don't do enough wholesale. I'd love to do RA, but you can't do it in Vietnam. Nor can people from the Philippines come to the UK and do RA for me. So not really viable. So honestly, that has been really helpful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's been great having you.
Thank you. And if you want to know, we have, how long have we been here now? What, 3 hours?
Wow.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Time goes when you're having fun and goes fast.
Exactly, yeah. And hey, maybe someone's interested, they like what you've just talked about. How can they get in contact? What's the best way?
So if you want to get in contact, you can check out my YouTube channel. Just type in the Amazon Dream. Also got a Facebook group under the same name as well. And if you have any questions, just go over to the YouTube channel, or you can email me, which is emma.louisehamilton@outlook.com.
Fantastic. And what I'll do is I'll drop a link just up there to Emma's YouTube channel, so you can do that, and also I'll drop a link down there to her Facebook group as well. You can join that and also ask her any questions. Very knowledgeable. So Emma, from me and everyone watching, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me, it's been great.
Thank you. And for all you guys, take care and keep scaling your Amazon business.
See you soon. Bye.